Well, I don't know if they're meeting Mr. Me and Dad, and I'm quite sure they're not travelling in a combi van, but the Ned Flanders 11 is a most unusual cricketing team from Brisbane, whose mission in life is basically to win against an international country from every continent in the world. I'm not sure how that works. Ramjam is with us, as is Matthew Young, and they're both part of the team. Gentlemen, good morning.
Phil, how are you?
I'm all right. Now, you should not be here, young man.
No, I'm on borrowed time.
You are indeed. His wife is expecting a child any tick of the clock. I was told yesterday that you probably wouldn't be here, but you are.
Oh, I'll keep my fingers crossed, and hopefully my wife's keeping her legs crossed till the end of the interview.
Actually, we've got a bit of a funny joke. We say that, most international cricketers, when they're about to have a kid, they rush back home for their family, but Matty seems to be rushing off to play cricket when his wife's about to give birth.
Well, you guys are taking off at the end of next week, Friday, isn't it?
Next Friday, that's right.
Where to?
First stop on the tour is the USA. We're going to stop in LA, and we're going to play a game against the Compton Cricket Club there, which is a club team, and then we're going to play the LA All-Stars. And then from there we swing down to Mexico and we play the Mexican national team in Cancun, and then we're going to have a game against Belize's national team in their capital, Belize City.
Well, all right, the Belize, that might actually give you a run for your money, because I know that British forces through there all the time.
Right.
They might actually play a bit of cricket. You've got to tell me about the Ned Flanders 11. It's an unusual name for a cricket team, I must say. Where did it come from, Jared?
Probably Matty's probably best placed to answer that. I guess it originated from obviously the Simpsons TV show and the character Ned Flanders. I guess when Matty was entering the team into the competition, we entered into a churches competition. So it's a competition organised by Queensland Cricket, and we play in the Churches League. And well, we didn't really know anyone too religious, did we, Matty? So
No, but Ned Flanders was the only religious bloke we knew. But it's got the duality, hasn't it, mate, that a lot of Australian boys fought and died in Flanders Field in World War I, and that's where the spirit of mateship and camaraderie was really pioneered in Australian culture, and we really tap into that.
And Ned Flanders is supposed to be a bloke who does some good stuff in his
That's
community.
right, a bit of altruism, a bit of Australian national icon there as well.
Wow, it's deep, and it's not just cricket. You've got it all going on there.
No, we're philosophers.
So, and as well as cricketers. So as you're travelling and playing, are you also looking for some community connection type stuff? This strikes me as a bit more than just tourism.
Absolutely. I mean, anyone can go and play cricket games, but what we like to do, we like to think about what we've got out of a great game of cricket. All our lives have been spent playing cricket in the backyard as little kids, and then through the ranks of playing club cricket and senior cricket, and we think that's a fantastic sport that's given us an awful lot, and we'd like to see people in other parts of the world that maybe haven't got the luxury of having cricket in their culture. We'd like to introduce the game to them. So that's why we're going to some fairly exotic sort of locations to try and spread the gospel, if you like, in true Ned Flanders fashion.
19 minutes to 8. Ramjam and Matthew Young with me this morning on 612 ABC Brisbane. There with the Matthew Flanders, and the Ned Flanders 11 headed off at the end of this week to play in the States, Mexico and Belize. When we were talking yesterday, Jaram, you mentioned running a clinic in Marrakesh.
That's right. So I guess a bit about what Matty was saying. We kind of like to see ourselves as ambassadors, and in Morocco we kind of went at the right time over there. They were looking to really develop their game, and looking to develop cricket. And we were lucky enough to be part of an exhibition day that they hosted at their biggest football stadium, the Marrakesh Football Stadium. And they had about 300 kids rock up, and we ran through a series of coaching clinics with them, which they were quite eager to kind of get involved in. And then they all stayed back and watched us play an exhibition game against the Moroccan national team. So quite an exciting little opportunity that was.
So looking at where you've been thus far and where you still need to go, give me the rundown since 2006. Where have you played?
2006 we knocked over Vanuatu in the Pacific, so that's Oceania tick. Then Japan in 2008, so they've got us our tick in the box for Asia.
How did you find the cricket team in Japan?
They were really good actually. They had quite a number of expats.
How did you find them?
What we do, we get on the websites, on the International Cricket Council websites, and just find countries and their cricket associations and write to them.
Right.
And big note ourselves a little bit, and they often come back and say, we'd love to have you.
All right. And continue the
So then Japan in 08, and we had a tough game there. They were ranked number 29 in the world at that stage. That was quite a tough game. And then the biggest tour we've done so far was 2 years ago, where we took on Spain and Gibraltar in Europe, and then we crossed the Straits of Gibraltar over to Africa and played Morocco and played a series of 4 games there, which was probably our biggest playing commitment of any tour so far. And as Ramjam said, we did the coaching there and had a fantastic time helping launch cricket in that country.
Every continent.
Yeah, so we've got one to go after this. We've got
Yes.
South America. So
Oh no, well I was thinking one a bit
on the
further
big
south
white
from
one
that.
down
Yes,
south.
you could probably get a game down on the Ross.
It might be hard to play there.
Could be.
We are certainly looking at playing down there, maybe against some research science nerds or something, but we're looking for a big flat area. That's the big issue, you know.
No, that's not too hard.
They do land planes down there,
That's right.
so we think there'll probably be somewhere flat and big enough. We're thinking you'll have to get onto the front foot because the ball's going to skid through a fair bit, and using white balls are probably going to be fairly silly.
Talk to the Royal New Zealand Air Force, they know all about runways down there in
Okay.
Antarctica. Blokes, thank you very much for coming in, and all the best, A, for the delivery of next child, number 2 child, and
Thanks,
B, for, you're a brave man, to then head off overseas, I tell you what. All the best for the trip
Thanks,
overseas.
Phil.
You're with Phil Smith on 612 ABC Brisbane News.